In today's video, we're talking about a docking station. Let's get to it. What's up guys, and welcome to TopShelf Media. So today we're taking a look at another docking station from TobenOne. And despite what I was told the last time I did a review for them, that is how you say their name. This is the TobenOne UDS042 and it was released on Amazon in September of 2024. Now TobenOne did send me this for review, but they have no say in what I talk about in this video, and all the opinions are my own. With that out of the way, this is their 17-in-1 USB-C docking station. And we'll go over all the ports here in a minute, but this docking station allows you to do a triple monitor 4K display at 60 Hz for Mac, Windows, and Chrome OS. At the time of recording this video, you can pick this docking station up on Amazon for $188.99 plus a $30 coupon. And here's what you get in the box. First up, we have our quick start guide here, and then we move on to the docking station itself. And at a first glance, I think this looks pretty good. Next up, we have a provided power adapter, and this is 120 watts. Finally, we have a Type-C cable to connect to our laptop and some rubber feet for the bottom of the dock. And that is it. Here's a look at everything that comes in the box. Looking at build quality, I like the look of this docking station. I think it works really well. I like the subtle logo here on top. Also, the sides are wrapped in metal with the top and bottom being made out of plastic. So it gives it kind of a cheaper feel than, let's say, this docking station here, but I think it works. I like the overall design. Now let's take a look and see what this dock has to offer as far as things to plug in. Starting us off, we have a 10 GB per second USB-C port, followed by a 10 GB per second USB-A port and our SD and micro SD card readers. Then we have a 3.5mm audio and microphone jack, followed by two USB 3.0 5 GB per second ports and a USB-A 2.0 port. On the other side, we have Display 1 and Display 2, both consisting of DisplayPort and HDMI. Next up, we have HDMI 1 as well as a USB-A 2.0 port. Next up, we have our host port as well as an RJ45 Ethernet port and power. One problem I have with the ports on this docking station is that they use the 3.5mm jack for audio. I really wish they would have gone with an optical out like they did on the UDS017T, but the audio sounds good, so I'm probably just being picky here. Also, I wish that it had a Type-C port for my monitor out. Now the HDMI ports work fine, I just prefer using Type-C. In a perfect world, this would have a Type-C port for my main monitor out and an HDMI port for my second monitor. The first thing I want to mention when using this docking station is you will need to download DisplayLink in order to make displays 1 and 2 work, but you don't need it for HDMI 1. Also, is it confusing to anyone else that the standalone HDMI port is HDMI 1, with Display 2 having DisplayPort 1 and HDMI 2, and Display 1 having DisplayPort 2 and HDMI 3? I don't understand. Why couldn't you have just gone this way in the numbering? Not that it really matters, but it's really confusing. But because of DisplayLink, displays 1 and 2 are 4K at 60 Hz, with HDMI 1 being a max of 8K at 30 Hz. While testing this docking station, I noticed that HDMI 1 had troubles displaying my desktop background as well as some text on my ultra-wide curved monitor. The text on screen looks pixelated, and my background kind of had some artifacting going on. Now that could be partly my laptop's fault, but I did notice that the HDMI ports in display 1 and 2 didn't have this issue. If you watched my video on the UDS033 docking station from TobenOne, then I talked about two things in that video that I had an issue with. One was ghosting that was happening when I was watching YouTube videos, and the other was a flicker in my Elgato Stream Deck. I did talk to TobenOne after that video about the issues I had with that docking station, and I'm happy to say that with this docking station, I have not seen a flicker in my Stream Deck, and the ghosting seems to have been fixed. One issue that I noticed while using this docking station was that while video editing, my mouse and Premiere were kind of laggy. There were dropping frames that looked like my mouse would jump from here to here as I moved it rather than slowly moving with me. But that seems to have fixed itself in the hours I've spent using this, unplugging it, plugging it back in, powering it down, powering it back up. That seems to have fixed the issue. Overall, I do believe that this docking station does have a place with some people. It does allow for a triple monitor display, And it seems to have enough USB ports for everything on my desk. Now I do wish that some of the USB ports on the front were moved to the back because I don't like having all the cables sticking out of the front of this dock. If I were to continue to use this in my setup, I would probably find a way to mount it under my desk so it was out of the way. But me personally, I will not be adding this to my desk setup. I'm going to continue using the 017T from TobenOne just because I feel like it better suits my needs. However, if you want a triple monitor display and don't mind using DisplayLink, then this docking station will definitely work. Okay guys, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I've put some things on screen for you to go check out. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and I will see you in the next video.